Supergirl stinks. Why does Hollywood keep failing female superheroes? I mean, are they? Are they? We have no notes for this story. Maybe just read a little bit. I don't know if you read that bad, Joe.
Yeah, I can see it. There's a scene toward the end of Supergirl that perfectly encapsulates how tonally inept it is. After what feels like an eternity, our Kryptonian hero, Kara Zor-El, has quit drinking away her sorrows, embraced her superpowers, thrown on her cape, and decided to whoop some evil ass. It's a moment of triumph for the 23-year-old whose planet-hopping party girl persona had masked a deep pain stemming from the loss of her parents and home planet and demands a rousing tune to mark the milestone. All of a sudden, the sound drops, the action slows to a crawl, and the deafening silence is broken by the strumming of an acoustic guitar, followed by a woman's voice softly crooning the lyrics to The Middle by Jimmy Eat World. It's not only remarkably deflating, but also one of the worst needle drops ever. And the man responsible is none other than James Gunn, the new steward of DC Studios. Yeah, it says they went through 45 different songs before finally settling on this one. That was probably the biggest discussion, Greg Gillespie said, told Rolling Stone. Yeah. And I got to credit James. I just got to credit him. Who was drunk driving the car? Well, I got to credit that guy right there. He was actually doing it.
Wasn't me.
The issues with Supergirl extended far beyond that one song, of course, as Variety critic Owen Gleiberman wrote in his review of the film. It's a comic book movie with the worst script I can remember, and that's full of action yet numbingly flat. It received a B- cinema score among opening night audiences, the lowest of any DC comic movie adaptation other than Joker Folie Dieu, and grossed a meager 38, now 37 million in its opening weekend against a 170 million budget, plus worldwide marketing expenses. Supergirl is just the latest in a long line of disappointing movies, or in the worrying case of Batgirl, axed projects centering a female superhero since Patty Jenkins' impressive Wonder Woman back in 2017.
Yeah, why can't Hollywood get it right?
One could argue that Supergirl was set up for failure given the way the character was introduced in the DC universe in Gunn's Superman, drunkenly stumbling into the Fortress of Solitude looking for her dog Crypto in a blink and you'll miss it cameo. Unlike the first appearance of Gal Gadot in Wonder Woman, in Batman versus Superman: Dawn of Justice, where she joins Batman and Superman in battling Doomsday, or the acrobatic intro of Tom Holland's Spider-Man in Captain America: Civil War, our interest hadn't been piqued in Supergirl as a standalone character by a superpowers flexing sequence. Rather, we were treated to a sitcom-esque drop-in that was met with befuddlement more than anything. Thanks for watching, and bitch, it just upset people when she was introduced.
Yeah. There's more to this.
Supergirl feels slight in scale. This is, I think, one of Robert's points, that the entire DCU feels slight in scale and small and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
As though the character was dropped into an episode of The Mandalorian instead of an epic superhero movie. As our critic pointed out, much of its runtime is dedicated to Kara navigating dark desert worlds, crossing paths with creature after creature straight out of the Mos Eisley Cantina, including a two-headed rat and an armadillo-like pet furiously pooping in a cage. And I do mean dark. Large stretches of Supergirl as calignious as a David Fincher film. It's almost ironic that Supergirl is powered by the yellow sun because her movie is drained of color.
I mean, that alone, I don't know who the cinematographer is. It's embarrassing. I saw the movie twice. It's like they did not have key lights on your characters.
Did Variety not get their check?
Look the same. What's that?
Did Variety not get their check? Because they have been.
I know.
They're
not pulling punches.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
I say they've turned on Gunn, right? And this is really, if you look at Gunn's career, you could debate films you like, didn't like. I think his best is still The First Guardians. That's it. Best mainstream movie he's made.
Yeah.
But he has never been affiliated with a failure. This is his first. So
yeah, and you can't remove him from this movie either. That's the weird thing where it's supposed to be a Craig Gillespie movie and all this stuff, and he says, that Gunn controlled the song and whatever, but it feels like Gunn controlled 99% of this movie, and it just kind of feels like I said it the other day. It's like it feels like the worst James Gunn movie ever that wasn't made by James Gunn, because it's even like some of the script feels like it was inspired by him, and Anna was just kind of trying to mimic some of what he had done before. It's bad. I don't see how he's going to make it out of the other side of this, like especially with the Paramount takeover.
Well, I also didn't understand the musical identity of this film. The bizarre score they went through. The third composer. One of the
Claudia
great things
Sarn.
One of the great things about the Superman franchise has always been music. I mean, whether it's Hans Zimmer's two notes established Superman.
Yeah.
And then you had John Williams' Superman March, and you get to this, and there's no I kept waiting for a Supergirl theme. Is she gonna have a theme? And then the music drops, the needle drops. In Guardians, it makes sense because it's the music his mother gave to Peter right before she died. And that's why he's got a tape, and we're hearing his mixtape throughout the movies. Why are there needle drops here? She's not on Earth.
It's for TikTok.
I know, and it doesn't work.
Why were they singing "Dancing Cheek to Cheek" in the alien fucking bar?
I know.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Dude. How did that music even get to the alien planet?
Oh yeah, we're in.
I really think
ride.
Craig Gillespie
was
was the wrong director.
Totally fine.
To me, it sounds like saying Richard.
It seems like that maybe heroism is maybe interpreted as a masculine trait, and that you can't apply heroism to females, but not realizing that heroism is non-gender, and that's the kind of stories we want in superhero stories. But for some reason, with the exception of Wonder Woman, a female superhero movie cannot exhibit any kind of heroism.
Well, Superman is mocked.
On a hero's journey in a female movie. They're already perfect the way
Superman
they
is
are.
mocked for being a hero. They don't like heroes. Kindness may be the punk rock that they keep saying, but they sure don't like actual.
Well, you have to
heroes.
undermine it. They undermined it the whole time. Superman should be this heroic character that everybody loves, but they keep undermining him, making this weak person who is the butt of everyone's jokes.
Why is he wearing his underwear?
Right.
Yeah.
Exactly. You want to keep reading? Badger will finish the article.
Yeah. Despite the best efforts of Alcock in the title role and Eve Ridley as Ruthie Marnol, a young girl out to avenge the killing of her noble and innocent family at the hands of a band of human trafficking space pirates known as the Brigands, they are let down by Anna Nogueira's mess of a script. And now everyone is remembering Gunn saying they wouldn't shoot unless the script was solid, which fails to illuminate what drives its character and provides context through thinly rendered, momentum-killing flashbacks, such as the destruction of Krypton. Who are Noel's parents? What is motivating Supergirl beyond retrieving an antidote for her poisoned dog? Why are the Brigands led by Krim of the Yellow Hills? A pin-faced, ponytailed Matthias, Schoenertz. He tried. Trafficking little girls who they call the brides. That we are not privy to any of their backstory other than a throwaway line about repopulating a planet makes the human trafficking subplot seem like a cheap knockoff of Mad Max Fury Road. Yeah. Jesus.
The whole thing was a cheap knockoff of Mad Max.
Yeah.
I can't wait for her to screw up Wonder Woman.
Do you want to,
dude?
Yeah,
I saw a weird quote from
God.
James the other day saying, and it just kind of seemed random, is James said he was trying to protect Anna Nogueira. And I don't even know exactly what he meant by that. Because he's talking about the writers of these different movies, and he talks about this, and he talks about Clayface, and in that statement, he literally says, and Anna Nogueira's writing this, and I'm very committed to her, and I'm protecting her. I'm like, what does that even
He's protecting
mean?
her feelings from criticism.
Right, I guess, yeah.
But why? She has one short film script credit.
Yes, I have more experience as a screenwriter
Me too.
than her.
So I keep being told. I keep being told she was
I feel like
there.
I have just the same amount of experience screenwriting than she does.
So I keep being told she was there before Gunn even took over writing movies for them and was uncredited on many things. She has this whole, she's like Bob Lazar. She's got all this history there that's just been taken off the grid or whatever, and that's why she was given these projects.
This is my personal observation. I have no inside knowledge, but based on everything I've seen of Gunn, he seems like the type of manager who hires people lesser than him, so he can control it.
Yeah.
And he doesn't bring in, he's not a kind of person that I want to get everyone around me is better at their job than I am. And I just collect a team. He seems threatened. There's that one, we can find the clip, or you've probably seen it a bunch of times, where he gets in an argument with David Cornsweet about a really critical scene. And Cornsweet Yes, he disagrees with Superman wouldn't do that. And Gunn's response was, just do it my way. He doesn't get people who work creatively that challenge Gunn.
That scene wasn't about Superman. It was about Gunn and his life of fucking being trolled by critics. And
Anna Nagara, you know what? She took an opportunity, very inexperienced, very little produced work to look at. And he brought her in thinking maybe, I'll rewrite it. I'll do whatever. He seems spread too thin, and maybe Kevin Feige made it look easy. I don't know, Rob, you have thoughts on that? Because you work on creative teams.
What's he spread thin on? Sorry. Go ahead.
I mean, the thing about movie making is you want to hire, I mean, every key on a film set has a different skill set, and you need them all.
Yeah.
So what you want to do is you want to hire. I've always said that one of the most effective places to be is on a film set when there needs to be a problem that's solved, because movie making, every dollar, every second has a dollar value associated with it. So the people that work on big budget movies are the best of the best, and they can solve any problem. And that's why it's so strange. They can only do so much. When they're given a script, they don't question the script. They take the script to go make it. And it's frustrating to see something like this happen because, look, I think the real problem with this movie, Craig Gillespie, they hired because he did great work with female main characters. I, Tanya, Cruella. Then he did wacky stuff like Lars and the Real Girl. He had no experience with fantasy cinema at all. And I understand people don't, if you don't like, we think that everybody loves science fiction, fantasy, and horror. But if you're not a fan of fantasy, science fiction, and horror, you're the last person in the world you want to be making science fiction, fantasy.
Isn't this the Chloe Zhao problem? Like, just because you can make a movie doesn't mean you can make a big budget, like action Hollywood comic book movie.
Yeah.
Yep.
Plus, there's not a lot of seasoned writers in Los Angeles right now. So,
Gary said that Anna Noguera wrote what is it? The extra fixed scenes for Batgirl.
For
I heard that.
Batgirl,
Yeah, but we've none of us have seen. Let's finish this article and then we'll go to Soups.
A little more on Crim of the Yellow Hills, whereas Gunn Superman was buoyed by Nicholas Holt's scenery-chewing performance as Lex Luthor. The villain of Supergirl barely registers thanks to his missing backstory. Gunn also surrounded David Cornsweet Superman with a team of intriguing superheroes such as Mr. Terrific, Green Lantern, and Metamorpho and Hot Girl, as well as the always great Skylar Gisondo as Jimmy Olsen, or Gisondo. Alcock's Supergirl has Lobo, a glam rock bounty hunter on a motorcycle played by Jason Momoa, who already played Aquaman, that we know precious little about. Her cousin, Cornsweet Superman, who mostly pops up on video calls or in flashbacks, Ridley Knoll and her poison dog. Oh, and Seth Rogen voices a miniature alien in a couple of scenes. These aren't exactly the Guardians of the Galaxy. As for the lame Krypton flashbacks, a big reason why Wonder Woman was so effective, and Black Panther Wakanda Forever for that matter, is because it's rich in context. We bear witness to the glory of Themyscira, Diana's home planet of I think he meant island, and the mentoring and guidance bestowed on her by her mother, Queen Hippolyta, and her warrior sister, and Robin Wright. We understand that the world that shaped Diana and her calling as Wonder Woman. In Supergirl, we're treated to subtitled scenes of her mother and her father telling her to be good, as we witness the destruction of Krypton for the umpteenth time, and the poison dog she spends the whole film trying to save. Their entire backstory boils down to her stumbling across it one day during a funeral procession. While the culture war is a contributing factor in the poor performance of female-led superhero films, with hordes of online misogynists, I guess that would be us, lashing out at them sight unseen, previous entries like Wonder Woman and Captain Marvel withstood similar backlash. Who can forget the manly meltdown over women-only screenings of Wonder Woman, to big box office returns and the female-focused Barbie shattered records, grossing $1.4 billion worldwide? That's because those films were made with care and consideration. Unlike Supergirl or other recent movies centering on women superheroes such as Wonder Woman 1984, The New Mutants, Eternals, The Marvels, Madam Web, and last year's Red Sonja, which no one saw, which grossed a grand total of $271,000.
I didn't know that.
Wow.
That was a Red Sonja was a cheap exploitation movie.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
I saw it.
basically.
It's okay.
It is, however, hard to imagine that a male superhero would be treated with the same disrespect as Batgirl. You seen Shazam? Adil and Bilal's film starring Leslie Grace as the titular superheroine, Brendan Fraser as the villain Firefly, and Michael Keaton returning as Batman. Filming had already been completed on the $90 million project when DC Films parent company Warner Brothers Discovery decided to cancel it during the post-production, treating it as a tax write-down following its merger. The product, I'm sorry, content is being commodified to the extent that it's more valuable to burn it down and get the insurance on it than to give it a shot in the marketplace, Fraser said at the time. Audiences are also experiencing a general sense of superhero fatigue thanks to an oversaturated marketplace bursting with sequels, spin-offs, and second-tier heroes with weak IP. It's one reason why younger audiences are turning towards original horror films from YouTube creators.
Yeah.
Anything to explain. Noguera, the aforementioned writer of Supergirl, has been
Wait, am
tasked.
I the only one that read that as Roadhead?
Well, you
Sorry,
are married
let's move
now.
on. I'm sorry, I can't look at that now.
Has been tasked with pinning an upcoming Wonder Woman film and Teen Titans for Gunn and DC Studios, though future projects are all up in the air given Paramount Skydance's pending takeover of Warner Brothers. That is the only standalone female superhero project currently in production. Over the years, several female heroes and villains have deserved their own spin-off films, from Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman and Jennifer Lawrence's Mystique to Tessa Thompson's Valkyrie, because that would have made money. And there are a number of other appealing female comic book heroes who could feature in big screen adaptations, like, Vixen, Cindy Moon, Silk, Tank Girl, blah, blah, blah. Perhaps Marvel's upcoming X-Men reboot will inspire a long-awaited Storm movie. Whatever happens, they should heed the lessons learned from Supergirl on what not to do.
What do you think the real lessons are in this? I don't think they really get to the point, if you ask me, in this story. But the headline is very incendiary.
Yeah.
So
If they got to the point, they'd get canceled. So
yeah.
Yeah.
I just think that it doesn't sell. Like the kind of, if you want women to show up for a movie, make The Devil Wears Prada 2, make Barbie, make movies like that. Like make, not the superhero, female-led superhero. Those are male fans mostly.
Yeah.
Just make it for men and everyone will go watch it.
Mm-hmm.
are you saying
Yeah.
don't
Sorry.
take a boys brand and make it a girls brand?
Yes, that's what I've been saying.
Interesting.